Hi, hello. I wanted to make this a video essay, but I don't think video essays are really my type of thing. I don't think I can articulate myself well enough to make this a video essay, so I'm just going to make this a video like this. So the other day, this YouTuber who I'd never seen before, never interacted with before, posted a video on aunties and pro shippers. If you've seen my channel for a while, you know that I've covered stuff about this before, so I was intrigued. I got myself through it, didn't particularly like it, so this is my video on aunties and pro shippers. Alright, first I want to talk about my problems with Sarah Z's video. This video was very biased, in my opinion. The example that was used most was her being attacked by pro shippers. Well, I'm not gonna say being attacked is okay in any way, shape, or form, because it's not, and we'll talk about that later. If you take pro shipping and anti-shipping out of the picture, just responding to that go outside is just insensitive. In this exchange, from any bigger creator, you would have gotten way more shit. It was a dumb tweet. This is just not a good look, this whole exchange, in my opinion. And you can't just blame this on, oh, the fandom, there's an issue with the fandom. Like, if you weren't a creator, you would not have gotten dogpiled for that. Also, the frickin' merch pin thing that you pointed out, the fact you put merch in of a small artist that would get attacked. No forethought about that person would get attacked, no matter if you agree or disagree with the merch. By the way, because I know some people who see this will be like, oh, it's a pro shipper. I always, no matter who it is, will disagree with a small artist being put in a big creator's video when it's obvious they're going to get attacked, and I don't like that. That is my biggest tip with this video, is that small creator obviously got attacked. Like, there's no way that they didn't get some hate from that video. So after this video, I decided, hey, I'm going to make my own video on aunties versus pro shippers, because oh boy. So shipping began in the X-Files fandom back in 1995, when people wanted Scully and Mulder to be a ship. Auntie also started around then, and it was a synonym for no Romo, and it was in regards to people who didn't want Scully and Mulder to be in a romantic relationship in either the canon or in fan works. The ship continued on, the two terms continued in fandom into the Buffy the Vampire Slayer fandom, when there was, I think, Buffy and Angel, and then Buffy and Spike. But I don't think people were self-identifying as aunties at that point. People just were aunties. By 2008, people were self-identifying as aunties, and they made groups on DeviantArt. Usually it would be anti a certain ship. In contrast, the earliest anti-aunties, that's how pro shipping started. They were called anti-aunties at first. The earliest anti-aunties were on Tumblr and Dreamwidth. Dreamwidth is an invite-only site similar to LiveJournal. I think it was like a knockoff, like people used the coding for LiveJournal and made Dreamwidth based on it. Don't know for sure. And then pro ship as a term showed up around 2017, which is ironically the time Voltron was airing, and around the time that pin needle cookie thing that isn't actually real, I'm 90% sure that isn't actually an anti thing, happened. So now that we know the past of anti and pro ship, if you get down to the root of these terms, because they started way back in the day, like literally before I was born, these terms started. So basically, the terms started as anti and then shipper. There was no pro shipper at first. There was just anti and then ship. You either like the thing or you don't like the thing. But there was a specific thing that you disliked. And now it is just snowballed into just the term anti and pro, but we don't have a specific set of things the person dislikes and likes. Because specifically, as an anti, I've seen people who go so far as to say Scaramouche and Mona are both minors. And I know a good amount of antis who do not agree with that, who also find people who do think that's true kinda, I don't want to say dumb, but going a little too far. I feel like some people think that's a little bit too far. Also, I've seen aunties who think that harassment of anyone else is a little bit too far. On the flip side, There are pro-shippers who do engage in problematic content, but there are also pro-shippers I know who just don't like harassment as well and are completely fine with people critiquing problematic content and don't particularly like problematic content themselves. I know people who are anti and pro-shipper who have the exact same views. They just identify with these terms that make it seem like they are complete opposites when they are not. They just have these, they connect themselves to these terms that do not have definitions. They don't have set definitions. All right, part 3. So we've moved on from the very, very far past history, and I want to talk about a couple of circumstances that I feel like are very important when it comes to antis and pro-shippers. I want to talk about some instances of this just almost ruining people's lives. I've already made a video on Genshin Impact VAs getting attacked. Only a couple of the circumstances in that were because of shipping, but just the fact that a couple of them were is problematic enough. And I don't know if I actually made a video on Voltron. There's so much shit with Voltron. Voltron went so far as to have a whole different name for antis. They had Clanties, and Clanties attacked 2 of the voice actors. The showrunners, not like attacked him, just like harassed online very viciously. Threatened the studio, harassed this person with @Clans. Also, the Steven Universe fandom was not the best. On the flip side though, and I'm gonna try and be even with this, there are pro-shippers who their reactions are too far. And that's not okay. Y'all can't say, hey, these people are going too far, and then on the other end get so bitter about it that you're gonna go far back. There are all the blogs where people talk about antis and what they've done, and I mean, I used those to get the clips for this, so thank you. But also, there's this one pro-shipper who I'm not going to put them in this video. You're gonna have to take my word for this. But they made a whole post about how they are going to make a Kai Luke art and put it in a convention and like put it up and make antis uncomfortable by having it up. The way they phrased it, it's like, why would you put people in a situation where they're going to be uncomfortable? Like, why? I don't want to say too much on this, I'm gonna be honest, because basically there's so much shit. Like, there's so much shit. But basically, the only thing I am going to identify with as whatever, I just don't like harassment at all. All around. Let's not call voice actors like horrible things because they by mistake posted a ship edit or something, you know? Like, there are worse things going on right now. Shane Dawson's making videos. James Charles, I think, is still making videos. Also, if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments below. I am open to discussion. This is just my current opinion. Alright, that's it. Bye.